Radical.
Okay, so I got a little bit of news over the Microsoft $69 billion acquisition of Activision Blizzard. Apparently, my sources, meaning, well, sources from the sources of sources from this article I'm reading, say that they believe that the deal would go through, could go through, would probably go through, likely to go through, and it could be done this year, middle of this year. Microsoft could own Activision Blizzard. Now, they got the money. Money's not the problem. It's all these regulators and antitrust laws and all that kind of stuff that has been slowing things down. Now, Sony has been going crazy. They've been going wild to try to do whatever they can to throw a monkey wrench in the works to make sure this deal does not go through. At first, the story was Sony was worried. They were so worried, they were so scared that Microsoft would pull away Call of Duty and there would be no Call of Duty on the PlayStation platform because the deal expires in 2024, I believe, their deal with Activision, I believe. And they voiced concern over that. Supposedly, that was the reasoning. But it kind of comes out that, all in all, they just don't want to get a deal done. Or they don't want the deal to go through for Microsoft. It's really not even about Call of Duty as much as they just wanted to make sure that their rival, they didn't get the deal done. Sounds like Sony's a bit jelly over that deal. Now, in the past, here's Sony's fucking hypocrite, like I've said before, because, correct me if I'm wrong, they've done many deals to actually edge out Sony, the Xbox, from getting certain games. There's a game I want to play right now, the Final Fantasy VII Remake. Is that on the Xbox platform? Seems like it should be, because the last Final Fantasy was there. Oh, wait, what's happening there? I mean, Final Fantasy, that's a pretty big damn franchise, isn't it? I mean, it's no Call of Duty, but could Microsoft say the same thing like, hey, wait a second now. You have these special deals, Sony, and we can't get one of the biggest role-playing games of all time in Final Fantasy? Now, what makes things look really good for Microsoft is they're extending the olive branch. They're trying to get a deal done with Sony. But Sony didn't want to sit down and they weren't having nothing to do with it. Like I said, because they just don't want that deal to go through. And they're saying things along the nature, I believe, from what I read this yesterday. They're trying to say that they signed the deal and Microsoft would still kind of cripple the Call of Duty and make sure the frame rate and it ran terrible on their console, which I don't think that would be the case. I mean, so yeah, like I said, Sony's just very, very, very salty. And I think somebody in the comment section, not on this channel, but somewhere else, said that Microsoft made a comment to Sony, why don't you create your own Call of Duty or something like that? I don't know. I mean, it's an idea. Isn't that an idea? Sony, they have talented developers. Couldn't they create their own version of Call of Duty? Is it really fucking hard to make a Call of Duty type game? I mean, they've made great games. God of War by their people. God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn. Come on. They have great companies under their umbrella that could whip out a Sony version of Call of Duty. They could. I mean, would it be as big as Call of Duty? Probably not. But I mean, you know, they could put a lot of weight behind it and everything. So what else? Seems like there was one other thing I wanted to mention here. Oh yeah. Almost forgot this. Now, what's making things look really good for Microsoft is they are sitting down with Boosteroid. I don't know what the hell a Boosteroid is. Sounds like someone you would get in your rear region, like the hemorrhoids. Now, Boosteroid and Nvidia, and I think Nintendo, Microsoft is making deals with them for Call of Duty. They're making deals with them. Nvidia now basically making deals for the Microsoft PC games to be on their streaming platform. So what happens is is when a company's making all these deals, trying to sit down with all these other people, and Sony's sitting here, just arms real close, just kind of like, you should see the pose I'm making right now. Just, arms crossed like, all fucking salty. Then they're on the island over there. They're not wanting to sign any deals with Microsoft. Well, what do you think it makes the regulators look at? They're looking at it like, oh, okay, Sony, so you brought up these concerns, but now that Microsoft is playing nice and sitting down with all these people hammering out deals, you obviously don't want to do a deal. So that's some opposition. That's some stupid opposition because they overplayed their hand. And now when Microsoft extended the olive branch, extended the hand to them, they fucking slapped the hand away. And yeah, I want to see this deal go through for Microsoft now. I want to see it personally because, well, I mean, I mostly play on the Xbox platform, the consoles. I mean, I got a PS4. I don't know if I get a PS5, but I want to see it personally done because, I mean, hell, in Game Pass now, I'll be able to, not that I really care much about Call of Duty, but if I want to, hey, I'll just fire up fucking Call of Duty. I'll play Call of Duty, for just a small fee a month. And yeah, so, I mean, this is the news I have on it. Maybe some of you have later breaking news, but I just wanted to share this and some of my thoughts about this whole situation.